Hello, my ladies. My name is Chad, and welcome to the. Hold on, just 1 second. Okay. So, welcome to the What If Deku Was the Universe? And how I got this idea was that I was looking around the internet. I was trying to figure out what to do with my next What If. And so I decided to make this What If. And this is kind of different from the typical one where I dealt with the stuff like this all the time during, like, when I'm not recording in moments. So I'm trying not to sneeze. So yeah, well, but in this What If, it's kind of different. Where in this universe, if I could find the stupid. Where is it? Where is it? It was. Did I not save it? Gosh dang it. There. Oh, and. Yeah. I almost clicked on the trash can. So, yeah. Now, let's begin. So, yeah. So, this is kind of different from my usual What If. Here it is. So, yeah. And there was how I got this idea. Yeah, all that. So, let's begin. And I'm also adding zooming to this What If, but mostly as basically she's a fill-in character that is like, she'll be representing how Zuko from canon is. Like, what I mean is, basically, she'll still have a quirk, but but she'll get one for all, and yeah. So now let's begin. Zuko and Jimmy been born, and so at age of 3, at age of 5, after the Quirk Doctor tells Zumi that she has a quirk and she can become a hero, but so he looks over at Zuko and tells him that he's quirkless, and so, but he's not powerless. His entire, chest, if I find a stupid picture, I'm just going to use the Grey Hulks, because, so from his neck down to his waist is all. I wish I could just, have a little, that little icon thing circling around what I'm trying to say. His literal chest, his from neck down, minus the arms, shoulders. He has a galaxy inside of his own body, or as his chest. He's like one of those Yu-Gi-Oh cards, where it's one of those planet cards. Hold on, it's gonna drive me insane if I can't look it up. Yu-Gi-Oh Planet card. Lang. It's a Pacific one that is. It was called. It was called. It's the bottom left. I'm trying to zoom in. Oh, here it is. So this one, Jupiter. The Grand Jupiter. Here, hold on. Let me see. The Grand. Grand Jupiter. This one. Where he has the planet that he represents inside of his core. Well, Zuko has the entire galaxy as his chest. Yeah. Well, now let's continue. Zuko ends up basically. He goes to a quirkless school. When he's like. Or he gets picked on by his friends a lot. And one of his friends is actually the original idea was for Ochako to be the girlfriend to him, but I decided the Penny, Ippan. I still call her that. I still, every time I have to say her name, because she has a weird name in when you look up her name, there's, when you go to My Hero Academia wiki, and she's an ordinary woman. That's what they called her that. So she actually cared about him, but she never actually saw what he is underneath. He always has his shirt on all the time. Even if he's taking a shower. What I mean is that he wears these special shirts that basically is waterproof ones that, yeah. So, yeah. So she joins, or so, yeah. She never thought about it until we get to the end of the story. So, yeah. So then after all that stuff, so, yeah, at age of 5, she actually, so, time skip to 15, as she actually, she actually goes to UA, and also forgot that Zuko, or I forgot that to say he gets bullied at home and at school. So, like, basically, her boyfriend, or no, not boyfriend, he always gets so abused. The only person that actually cares about him is his girlfriend. And yeah, because everyone else mistreats him as like quirkless, useless, stupid, and deku. You can't become a hero and all that stuff. So yeah, so he joins a quirkless school, and he also meets. Give me a minute. Oh crap! Ah. Okay. Yeah. I feel it was much better after that. So, then yeah. So like one day, like couple of days after he joined the quirkless school, Aries and her grandpa went to there to make fun of him. Or no, to make fun of the quirkless. But she's seen, or yeah, she's seen how many experiments was done to her by the one of her grandpa's helpers, and so she's traumatized. And but when she met Zuko for the first time, she sees him like how she sees a mirror. And Zuko was pretty lighthearted. Like he basically had some love, or I know that it's not a ship, but I want to like introduce Aries earlier compared to the canon, because at that point I just was done with the canon. I I know that My Hero Academia ended like after for the manga, like bad ending, but we need a happy ending. Like the yeah. Well, so now let's begin. So when Zuko kneels down, because he's a teenager and she was just a child, as he kneels down, as she could see, or he could see her better, and he says, "I'm not trying to be rude, but you're cool," or and he's talks to her like how she wanted to be treated. But a way that Zuko's voice is so calm, um, that even she went from being like terrified of being or seeing so many quirkless people, and hugging her grandpa on his back leg, to actually feeling warmth, like kind heart with around Zuko specifically, as he and so when he puts a hand on her head and like basically petting her kindness, as he tells her that name, I know you're still young, but okay. So now it's time, as his grandpa, or no, or as her grandpa says, it's time for us to go, Sweet Pea. And so she leaves him. She sees him, but she doesn't want to leave Zuko behind because she could feel same pain that Zuko felt. So when, yeah. So then when, so a time skip to All Might versus All for One. Or should I say, All for One versus Zuko arc. And no, I am not doing the one that's in the future of it. Like in the canon where. So, but yeah. But during the time skip thing, Zuko actually got asked, why don't you even take off your shirt? Are you hiding something? No. No. It's just sometimes secrets even, I don't even hide my own soul. As, so then, yeah, he got asked a lot of that question. Why do you not take off your shirt when you're in the shower? Why aren't you ready? So then, yeah, that stuff is just, yeah, stuff like that. But then, out of nowhere, so now we get to All for One meets Zuko. So it takes place after the camp arc, and All for One tells Shiraki-sen that he'll have to deal with Zuko or no, he has to deal with the pro heroes and stuff like that. What are you gonna do, Sensei? As Shiraki-sen says. As Zuko's, or as All for One says, I'm looking for a special being. I'm gonna find him. Because I know I know which target I'm looking for. And All Might, he is the only one that I never, because he's weaker, I'm picking on someone that's more powerful than anyone in the universe. as Bakugo was still knocked out and he didn't even hear a single word. He was so a little bit numb, but not too numb. As they tell him, yeah, he only could hear was, I'm looking for a strong opponent, worthy opponent, and all that stuff. So then he leaves. So All For One leaves. And he flies around. And during the same time, that All Might, or during the same time that the heroes invaded the bar, so then All For One says, there you are. As he flies down the man that is the entire galaxy, or Galaxy Man. As Zuko's terrified. What do you mean? Don't play dumb, kid. You're only... I know what you are. You are the entire galaxy. I could sense it inside your own body. And so they basically battled. Oh no. And All Might's like, where's All For One? As he tells Shiraki-sen, oh, he's around. But he told me that you're not a worthy opponent anymore. He found someone that, as before he even said it, they hear this boom, boom, boom. As they see All For One breaking like buildings all the way down to where they were at. As All For One was mobilized. As he looks up, that I don't have time. Sorry, So then the debris and what, as Zuko says, what's is that All For One? Yeah. And All Might says, I'm here too, as he gets interrupted by a loud roar. As they all turned their heads and they see Zuko as so a hand comes out and grabs one of the basically he grabs the debris as he walks, and his shirt was ripped. This is why I used the Grey Hulk one. Yeah, when Zuko's shirt got torn off, now everyone saw the galaxy as his own body. So his entire is it called torso? I keep saying chest. Well, as everybody's eyes lit up, as they can't believe it, as he says, "You ruined my favorite shirt," as he stomps his foot, as he says it with a cruel voice. As All For One just shakes it off. "You're powerful, Zuko Midoriya, more than all of us put together." You're, as everyone can't believe, when they saw what he hides from them, their eyes shot up like, hey, what? Talking about like, you know how like some comic book characters, some have like big eggs eyes, basically, like with shocked faces? Well, everyone saw what Zuko's body was, or his torso. Oh, and yeah. Yeah, Zuko was, they can't believe it. As, shall we finish this? As even All Might can't believe that Zuko who hides it from the entire everybody. So, yeah. So now he accepts his new powers, and he evolved into, like, you know how this guy, like, or this person has a, like, orb inside of his chest, and the Zuko has the galaxy as his, like, chest. Well, he accepted his powers, and he became known as the universe. Like, literal universe. That's his ultimate form is called Zuko's universe. And he's more powerful than any one. As All For One, and it's like, you're more powerful than all of us. And so Zuko and All For One did the same thing what All Might did with, All For One. But Zuko caught the fist as he says, "You're weak." As he comes in with a haymaker, and man, oh man, All For One got transported into the pocket universe, where all of these Zukus from every What If storyline, like, into it. Was like, when they all saw who he was, they all start beating the snot out of All For One, ripping him to shreds, and pow, 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 pow. Yeah. That stuff was crazy. And Zuko reaches into his universe thing and pulls out All for One. Yeah, All for One's remains, like, he's dead. He's long gone. You know, that guy, or Hawk's body was, this guy right here. Well, All for One was like that. As, yeah, All for One immortality was, like, got ripped out of his own body. And so when All for One died that fateful day, thank goodness, sorry, it was like everybody's like shocked of, they're still in shock of, after seeing what Zuko hid from them. And so when his backpack was nearby, so he picks it up, opens it, as he puts on a fresh shirt. That's why I always carry extra shirts with me. As he agrees with himself. As he walks off, yeah. And my original plan, actually, during the overhaul fight, or after Zuko and Zumi, or after overhaul, or after All for One arc, Principal Nezu and everyone that saw what his body was without his shirt on was like, dude, did you know that your entire torso, like the entire chest, is a quirk, or is a galaxy? Yeah, I knew it for a long time. It's always been that way. I never showed it to any of you because with so much power that even and that's why All for One targeted you specifically, because you're the only one that it has enough power to rival anything. Yeah. So then So Principal Nezu and the pro heroes had a meeting of, should we accept Zuko Midoriya as a sorry, I was thinking, as they are like, should we accept him with that much power? We should, because with his powers gives us an upper edge on any threat that is more towards victory. Yeah, I agree. Because if he was that powerful, if he has that much power, Zuko could have been easily be class 1A any type, or even higher if, yeah. But why didn't he choose to go to UA? That's my biggest question. As they're like, what I heard from, because the reason why he didn't join UA is because he didn't have a quirk. You're saying he's a phenomena? Like, he has powers, actual powers? Powers? Yes. Interesting. As All For One did look at Zuko. Or they all, like, said that, and what, or if he was born with powers, that should have been the he makes him the most dangerous threat in the universe besides Galactus. And yes, I am adding Avengers and Inhumans to this what if. So then Zuko actually, after he trained with his powers, he actually unlocked one of his fate or powers that every time he goes into his body, he pulls out the alternate versions of himself or anything. He could make portals through different, without having to be there. It's similar, or not similar to Kirigiri. He's his quirk. But he can, yeah. Plus, his heart, or every time someone tries to stab him in the back or in the front or sides, hands, they end up, like, basically, it will go through, but it will go into some other parts. Like, it could go through a building or a coffee cup or anything. So he's basically immortal. Plus, that's not all. When he that's not even his full awakened form. He's more of a, that's only when he accepts his powers fully. So, yeah. He's basically over 9 point, like, he's 99% and, like, he almost reached 100, and when he reached 100, his soul, or actually his soul, would be mixed with the entire universe, metaverse, everything. So basically, he's the only one that, yeah. So, yeah, so then the overhaul fight was done. And Zuko, who did save Ares from dying, because in this alternate timeline, the overhaul did not need her anymore. Her to be experimented on, so he's like, it's time for you to die. Just because, like, because I don't need you anymore to make a bullet. As he throws a spike right at Ares' forehead, as Zuko, whom stands right in the way, so the spike went through him and ends up getting reflected right back, right in All for One, or no, overhauls his monstrous form. As him. As when she saw him again, like when she first met him, he was, or he was, or she really didn't know who he was before, but when she met him again, and his hero name, because he joins UA and Class 1A, and he's also he already has a hero name for himself. Galaxy Eyes Zuko is his hero name. Or should I say Galaxy Eyes? And so, yeah. He's everything to him. As he tells Ares that I don't see you as someone's granddaughter. I see you as when we first met, I could sense the pain inside your body. But I don't give a crud about how the experiments. As he tells her with a soothing tone, like a parent telling their kids, you can become a hero. Because I believe in you and everyone. As everyone looks at Zuko, or she looks at him, you can control your powers, Ares. As he uses her full name. Because I believe in you. Like how, as she doesn't want him to die after, she's scared that he might be killed by him. So then Zuko says, now, Oh, as he, he did pull, or he did grab headphones for her to cover her ears. I think I have a friend that needs to have a word with you, Overhaul. Or actually, Zuko uses Overhaul's his real name. Him. As Overhaul's like, how did you know who I am? And who wants to talk to me? I'm in a bad mood. The person standing behind you. As he turns around, as guess who it was? Marvel Black Bolt. Zuko. Yeah. Marvel's Zuko was standing right behind him, and when he used his word, like he literally used one word. Where is that stupid? So, like, give me a minute to find the. Oh, here it is. So, when Zuko actually used his voice, or Black Bolt Zuko, whom used his voice, All for One ended up getting, or so Overhaul got sent backwards, or was immediately got destroyed by it. Did you really have to use that much power? Ezuku's who's because he is the galaxy eyes, he and the because the universe is he can be immune to any sonic screams and sonic powers, like any voice that could be heard can be like it's like vacuum of space where All for One, or when Zuko says that, as everybody's like, what did you say? I can't hear you because I'm deafened. As he puts his hand up in the air, and he says one word quietly, rewind of silence. Or he says the attack name. As when he absorbed, or like when he rewind the people's hearing back to they were where they were before, Zuko grew a horn, just like how Aries, every time she uses her quirk, she grows a horn on her head. Well, Zuko was the same thing, but every time the horn goes back into his head after the, yeah. If he uses it too long than 15 minutes, then it becomes so, like, it would be taller than even Mountain Lady's transformation. And it only takes him 10 seconds to, like, for it to go back into his forehead. It gives him a migraine when he does that. So, let's continue. So, Zuko was basically says, yeah. So when Ares took off the headphones, that was custom made to block out the sound, she's perfectly fine. As she's wondering, so you have almost the same abilities as I have? Yeah, I have way more abilities than anyone has. I could teach you how to use your quirk much more efficiently. Where, as he says, okay, so yeah, then so after that, because he's always been abandoned by his parents and got abused by them. He had nowhere to go. He had nowhere to stay at. But his girlfriend that knows how much pain she realized that Zuko had so much pain he went through that even with holding all that power back from. So, and she ran over her. No, she walked over to him, and her parents knew that her parents knew that Midoriya families always was messed up, and they always choose powerhouse over or have a equal. Oops, sorry. So, but when not Midoriya, when Zuko, when they heard that Zuko was quirkless and they were abandoning him and abusing him, her parents accepted him as the future father-in-law thing. Or, no, as basically her father. Or, no, her husband. Basically. So when everyone found out about his, like, why he always wears a shirt, everybody's like, man, they didn't mistreat you, like, a lot. So everyone felt so bad about when Bakugo looks away, as he can't believe his own friend was the most powerfulest person in the world. He even told even when they were 3 years old, his own, he at the beginning, like when he's 3 years old, his first powers manifested inside of his own chest or his own heart that no one knew about. So, like, his own heart was the entire galaxy. So, yeah, just imagine yourself in this version of Zuko Midoriya as his shoes. Like, imagine no one, not even yourself, realized how much power. Like, you were born with powers like that. And, yeah. So, yeah, then Iron Man and Black Bolt shows up after the overhaul thing, as Black Bolt looks over and sees as he taps on Zuko's shoulder, and he kind of understands Zuko's, or no, actually, this main Zuko of this story understands, and so he turns up to look at Black Bolt, the real Black Bolt, not the Zuko version of Black Bolt. That's an alternate timeline. And if you guys want to see because someone else did the what if Deku was Black Bolt, and yeah, or had Black Bolt's powers, and so let me properly introduce you. This is my alternate version. If I went down, like, say, if I was born having the same powers as you, Black Bolt, as and Zuko meet Black Bolt. Black Bolt meet. I know that both of you can't talk because of your powers, but just, can you telepathically tell each other's? Sure. And so Iron Man's like, so you are but everyone says you are the Galaxy Eyes. You're so, yeah. So all my verses, yeah. So Iron Man asked Zuko if he's up to, like, join the Avengers. As Zuko's eyes widen, and he knows the Avengers are the unique and different types of people. But yeah. And it was is his favorite, as he says, sure. As long as I spend time with my friends and family. Okay, so yeah. So that Iron Man's like, yeah, it's good to have you on our team, because we're having a critical moment. Like what? Well, as Iron Man says, well, or Jarvis tells Zuko that that the Galactus is much more, or is coming to Earth and all that stuff, and sure, I'll even guide him away from if I wanted to. Oh. Yeah. So then the Galactus did show up, but Zuko's like, give me a minute. As he takes off his shirt as he uses his full power of his attack. And as he used all of it, and he literally teleported Galactus that is bigger than a planet in its size is into somewhere near the black hole. Like, basically, he used all of his power he teleported him to he teleported him, or the Galactus that is bigger than a planet. Marvel's Galactus. And it says something stupid like, yeah, I'm just going to use this. Yeah, well, this size of Galactus version of, I know it's just half his body, but yeah. But Zuko actually pulled it off. As he's just like, as he's breathing, like, it's a lot to take in. Yeah. So yeah, Zuko was basically teleported this big old guy all the way to All Might. Hank? Yeah. Or no, he teleported this big old guy to the black hole. And yeah, it was crushing. Like, there goes Galactus. Bye. Boom. Have a nice day. Boom. Yeah. So then, Azrael just straight up walks as that takes a lot of power to, like, as Captain America says, or actually Iron Man tells Zuko, or no, Iron Man says that takes a lot of power to, as he is a universe, so what do you expect from him being super weak version? And so he actually went to Midgard, or no, to, because he hangs out with every Avenger. Like, he hangs out with Thor, Captain America, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Iron Man. You name it, he hangs out with them. Like, he even went to the Thor's home without him even, yeah. And his father Odin, or should I say Thor's father, Odin, accepted him as one who truly wields so much power. Yeah, stuff like that is just too crazy. But then, yeah. So, all my so, yeah. Zuko is a perfect person. Like, he's so perfect that even everyone that saw him, like, he can't adjust his body size or his chest to look more normal. To put in, yeah. So then the time skip where or is it Penny or Ippan? Like, finally got married to him after a long time. And they even had a daughter. Like, she gave birth to the daughter that inherits Zuko's powers. So she is basically, she can control, like, galaxies, like universes, just like her father, Other can. And she also has the same quirk as her mother. And on the My Hero Academia wiki, it says that she has a unknown fox quirk where it makes her larger and have green skin color. So that tells me that it's a mutation quirk. So, yeah. But something else changed in their daughter, that Zuko has noticed that his daughter, or their daughter, actually, like, her mother's is quirk and her father's is powers fused together to create, like, the universe, or no, Fox of the, I know it sounds like I'm cussing, but I'm saying, let me spell it out for you. Fox. So, like, let me make sure. the verse.
Fox of the universe.
Yeah, abilities that she has. So she can transform into the animal that has beautiful skin color of the entire universe. She can also use her powers as a separate if she wants to, but yeah. So Zuko's like, this is a new upgrade. Yeah. So, yeah. But tomorrow, or so, yeah. And her, or their daughter's name is called the, like, their parents, or so, Lyra, that's what her name is, Lyra. Sorry, it just takes me a while. Lyra Midoriya is her full name. But sometimes her hero name, or people call her Foxy of cuteness. That's what sometimes the people, when they see her, she ends up basically, they get reminded, or first of all, the kids, or no, not kids, the other kids that is the same age as her, like her friends, sees her as a cute fox. Like, her appearance looked more like her mother's than her, or no, her appearance looked more like her father's than her mother's. Yeah, and I know it sounds like I'm cussing, but I'm literally trying to say the animal name. So, yeah. So, and I was thinking the other day, how would you guys feel if I did a what if I was in the moon call, basically? So it takes place in an alternate timeline, though. And the character is literally called I. So basically, the letter I is just going to be the character's name. So if you guys want to see that, just let me know in the comments below. And when you're down there, do like, I'm also taking recommendations, and yeah, sorry for like not uploading for 2 days because of I just had to clear my head because yeah, all that stuff. So yeah. So now this is the peace out, Cub Scouts, and have a good night or day moments. And please leave a like, share, subscribe, and make sure to hit that like button And also, when you're down there, turn on notifications, like hit that or hit the little bell, and yeah, and there are no cussing words in this what if storyline. So peace.